their natural frequency under the influence of applied periodic force. Okay. Yesterday we have discussed why we require a periodic force to oscillate. Now this is the periodic force that you have to apply to keep the oscillations intact. Okay. So we have also derived the equation for the forced oscillation. This is the equation for forced oscillation. So as usual, it is the same thing as in case of earlier equations for damped. Okay. Only thing we have added the forced applied periodic force term. Okay. So I have taken a representative diagram for a spring mass system. You can take any diagram. You are getting the point. You can take any representative diagram for the explanation. I have taken the representative diagram of a spring mass system. Okay. Then I have written the applied force, that is the Newtonian force. Restoring force also I have written. Okay. I have written the restoring force. Okay. Then the resisting force. Then the applied periodic force F into sine pt. Then I have equated them. Okay. Here P is the very important term. P means it is the frequency of application of the force. Okay. Mu is the same thing. This is also application of frequency of application of the force. You are applying at this frequency or at this frequency P. You are applying at the frequency mu, or you are applying the force at a frequency mu, or you are applying a force at a frequency P. Here P is only the angular frequency. That's all. Okay. Now at equilibrium, you have to write the Newtonian force as a distribution of restoring force, damping force plus applied force. Rearrange it to get the value for SHM. Here these terms are called as you have to replace this. R by m is equal to B, it's a damping coefficient. K by m is omega squared, it's an angular frequency. Capital F by m, it is called as the force per unit mass. Damping this R by m is also called as the resisting the friction per unit mass. Okay. Then here if I substitute it, you get the equation number 6 as the SHM, and solving that 6 I get equation 7, that is the thing but the displacement, and I have evaluated the value of y, amplitude A and theta. Theta is the phase, A is the amplitude, and I have done some mathematical analysis and have got the value of A as, this is the value of A that you have got, and the value for theta is this much. Okay. So this is the analysis, derivation and analysis we have done in the last class based on the values of relative values of P and omega. Based on the relative values of P and omega, I can have P less than omega, P is equal to omega, P greater than omega. This is the analysis what we have done. I have told you the example, okay, of a swing. What is P? What is the meaning of P less than omega? What is this P less than omega? P less than omega means if you are considering a swing in a park, you are applying a frequency at a lesser frequency, okay, than the frequency of oscillation of the swing. Okay. Under a swing 4 ಸತೆ ಜೋಕಾಲಿ ಆಡ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಒಂದೇ ಸತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ದಂಗ ಅರ್ಥ. You are getting the point. Swing ತನ್ನಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ತಾನ ಅದು ಆಸಿಲೇಟ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. Okay. When you have to apply the force F, whenever the oscillation reaches the point A, okay, you are applying the force, but not at a same frequency as the frequency of oscillation of the swing. Okay, you are applying at a lesser rate. Andra 4 ಸತೆ ಇದು ಸ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿತಂದ್ರ ಜೋಕಾಲಿ ಆಡ್ತಂದ್ರ ಆಸಿಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆದ್ವಂದ್ರ ನೀವು ಬರೀ ಒಂದ ಸತೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಿರಿ. 4 ಸತೆ ಸ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಆದ್ವಂದ್ರ ನೀವು 4 ಸತೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಹಾಕಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಈ ಆಸಿಲೇಷನ್ ಏನಾಗತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಸಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಆಗತ್ತ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡೈ. Whenever it is about to die, you just apply the force. That is the meaning of P less than omega. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, ನಿಮ್ ದುಗ್ಸಾಕ್ ಬೇಜಾರಾಗೈತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು? ದುಗುಸ್ ಅಂತಿರ್ತಾರ ನಿಮ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಜೋಕಾಲಿನ, ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? ಒಮ್ಮೆ ದುಗುಸ್ತೀರಿ, ಅದ 4 ಸತಿ ಆಸಿಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ ಇನ್ನೇನ್ ನಿಂದಿರುತ್ತ ಆಸಿಲೇಷನ್. ಅವಾಗ ಮತ್ ನೀವು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ನೀವು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಿರಿ ಆದ್ರ at a lesser rate. Okay, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು P less than omega ಅಂದ. P ಅಂದ್ರ ಅಪ್ಲೈಡ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ, ಒಮೆಗಾ ಅಂದ್ರ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಅನಲೈಸಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾನು ಕತ್ತಿ ಹೇಳಿನಿ, ಅದ್ರ ತಕ್ಕ ಅನಲೈಸಿಸ್. ಓಕೆ, P equal to omega, ಇದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ರೆಸೊನೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ನೀವು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಸ್ವಿಂಗ್ ದೊಳಗೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, whenever it is reaches your point A, ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ A ದಾಗ ಬಂದ್ ನಿಂತಿರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರ ಸ್ವಿಂಗ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದಾಗ, ಜೋಕಾಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದಾಗ ದುಗಿಸ್ತ್ರಿ. ಪ್ರತಿ ಸತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದಾಗ ದುಗಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗತ್ತದು, ಅದ್ರದ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹಾಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ದ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನೀವು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. So therefore the maximum amplitude is given by this equation F by 2 BP. Okay, next ಇದು P greater than omega ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಹಾಕುವಂತ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಏನೈತಲ್ಲ ಅದ್ರ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಎಷ್ಟ್ ಸತಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಿರಿ ನೀವು ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಐತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗೈತಿ, ನಿಮ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಭಾಳ ದೋಸ್ತಿ ಚಲೋ ಐತ ಅವಂಗ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಸ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಅವಾಗ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರ ಯು ಆರ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈಯಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ at a faster rate. ಅದು ಸ್ವಿಂಗ್ ನಿಮ್ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು. ಅದು ದೂರ ಇದ್ರೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಫರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಾಕತ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಆ ತುದಿಗೆ ಐತಿ, ಜೋಕಾಲಿ ಆ ತುದಿಗೆ ಐತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೈ ಮುಂದ್ ಮಾಡ್ದಂಗ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಂಗ ಅಂದ್ರೆ if you assume that there is a robot here and that robot is only pushing it, even though the swing is at the point B ದಾಗ ಐತಿ ಸ್ವಿಂಗ್, ಆದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಾಕತ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ತಿಳಿದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗತ್ತ, ಮಿಸ್ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗತ್ತ. ಮಿಸ್ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗತ್ತ, ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ನೀವು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕಾಕತ್ತೀರಿ ಆದ್ರೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ರೇಟ್ ನೊಳಗೆ ಹಾಕಾಕತ್ತೀರಿ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟು ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕೇಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಯೂಶಲಿ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್, ಡಿರೈವ್ ದ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಫಾರ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಇದು ಬಹಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಫುಲ್, ಓಕೆ, ಡಿರೈವ್ ದ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಆಸಿಲೇಷನ್ ಇದು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಆಸಿಲೇಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಆಸಿಲೇಷನ್ ಬಹಳ ಸದ್ಯ ಕೇಳ್ಯಾರ. ಓಕೆ, ಡ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಆಸಿಲೇಷನ್ ಬರೇ ಡಿರೈವ್ ದ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಟ್ಟ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರ. ಅನ್ಲೆಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಯೂಶಲಿ ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ ನಸೀಬ್ ಚಲೋ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, correct. Let us go for the next one, that is the resonance part. That is also the part of SHM. Let us go for the next one, that is called as the resonance. Before we go for the next topic, there is one more important topic that's called as the resonance. Okay, iliak resonance bantu. What is this resonance? Now in forced oscillation, no, you are applying a force at a certain frequency. Okay, so I have the simple pendulum or a swing or a spring mass system, anything like this. Now I want to keep it oscillating. What I have to do, I have to apply the force. Illinta force apply madbeku. So this is swing. Whenever it is at the point A, you apply the force, it keeps on oscillating. Okay, so spring mass system algu hanga. So you are applying a force. Okay, so this is the direction of the applied force. ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫೋರ್ಸ್. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈಯಿಂಗ್? F into sin PT. F into sin PT. This is the periodic force. You are applying the periodic force. Okay, periodic force, so that the oscillations are sustained. Okay, to sustain the oscillation. Sustain andra oscillations jeevant idbekanta. I want to keep the oscillations intact. They should keep on oscillating. Howdalla? So the oscillations for the spring is in between A and B. Okay, the displacement here you already know it. This is Y, and here the displacement is theta. You want to keep the oscillations and displacement. Okay, so this is the forced oscillation. You have already learnt it. Forced oscillations. Then there is a concept called as resonance. Okay, there is an idea called as resonance. So what is resonance here? Resonance means it's a phenomenon in which the frequency of application of the force, okay, resonance, okay, is the phenomenon in which a body vibrates with the frequency, with its natural frequency, under the influence of another vibrating body. Okay, now understand this. What is resonance? Resonance is a phenomenon in which a body vibrates or oscillates with its natural frequency, okay, under the influence of another vibrating body. Okay, now it's in, still I have to write it. Okay, provided if another vibrating body of the same frequency, okay, this is called as resonance. Okay, I will explain it. Okay, I have a tuning fork. This is a tuning fork. You already seen the tuning fork you are in your PUC level. This is the tuning fork. Okay, it's not as good one, let it be, but it's a tuning fork. Now this tuning fork has a natural frequency. What is the natural frequency? I will use this frequency, natural frequency. It is oscillating with its own frequency. That is called as natural frequency. The natural frequency of the tuning fork is 512 Hertz. What is the frequency? 512 Hertz. Okay. Now what happens? I want to generate oscillations here. What I have to do? I have to generate the oscillations or vibrations in the tuning fork. What I have to do is I have to take another tuning fork. Like this. So this is the other tuning fork like this. Okay. Then it should vibrate. This should be a vibrating tuning fork. Another vibrating tuning fork. Okay. So it is vibrating. Now what happens if I bring this vibrating tuning fork? Okay. So I will mark it as some. So this is a vibrating tuning fork like this. Okay. It is vibrating from the mean position. If I bring this tuning fork near this first tuning fork, this is second tuning fork, this is vibrating. If I bring this near the first one, the first tuning fork will also start vibrating. Okay, this will also start vibrating. Why it is start vibrating? Because I have this vibrating tuning fork. Okay, so this is acting as an applied periodic force. It is acting as if it is an applied periodic force. So what happens here? The tuning fork, no? So it is vibrating. So the sound waves are produced. So these sound waves propagate and it reaches the first tuning fork. So these are acting as pressure waves. Therefore, they start the oscillations in it. Now, the first tuning fork is also oscillating or vibrating. Okay, provided it is also vibrating if and only if the frequency of the second tuning fork is also 512 Hertz. Okay, that means I am creating the vibrations in the first tuning fork. I am creating the vibrations in the first tuning fork. How I am creating the vibrations? With the help of the vibrations that are in the second tuning fork. With the help of the vibrations in the second tuning fork. You are getting the point. Now the first tuning fork will vibrate only when its frequency is same as the frequency of the second tuning fork. You are getting the point. Look at the frequency of vibration. It is same. So such a phenomenon, we call it as the resonance. You are getting the point. Read the statement again. Resonance is the phenomenon in which a body vibrates with its natural frequency under the influence of another vibrating body of the same frequency. This is called as the resonance. Okay, you can write one more definition of resonance here. Okay, so what is you have already learned it, resonance, in your PUC level. Okay, resonance. What is a resonance? It is a phenomenon. It is a, or I can write, resonance is a phenomenon in which the frequency of applied force, the frequency of applied force matches with the frequency of natural frequency. Yeah, Masharuru, Varuna. Okay. Okay. It's a phenomenon in which the frequency of the applied force matches with the natural frequency of the vibrating body. ಎರಡು ಒಂದೇ definition. Vibrating body. So the second one is an active voice. The first one is a passive voice. That's the definition. Active ada, idu voice. Passive agada. What is this? What is the meaning? It says it is a phenomenon in which the frequency of applied force matches with the frequency of vibrating force. Now the same, you take the same thing. The tuning fork I have. Okay, this is the first tuning fork. This is the second tuning fork. Now you read the statement. Phenomenon in which the frequency of the applied force. What is the frequency? This is the second tuning fork. This is vibrating. Okay, so if it is vibrating means, as I told you, the frequency of this tuning fork I have taken it as 512 hertz. So if I bring this closer to the first tuning fork, okay, it is as if the vibrations are acting on the first tuning fork. The vibrations are acting on a first tuning fork. That means this is acting as periodic force, periodic applied force. So this periodic applied force the force is incident on the first tuning fork. Okay, what happens due to the periodic force that is present? Okay, sound generate actors. So you get a sound from the second tuning fork. These sound, they are acting as a force. Which type of force? Periodic force. So when the periodic force falls on the first tuning fork, it will also start vibrating. Provided, keep in mind, provided the frequency of the application of the force matches with the frequency of the natural frequency of the tuning fork. What is the natural frequency of the tuning fork? 512 hertz. 512 hertz. This is the natural frequency of the first tuning fork. I have taken the second tuning fork. This is also having the same frequency. When it is brought near to the first one, the oscillations or vibrations are created in the first tuning fork. Therefore, the first tuning fork will also start vibrating. So now this phenomenon in which the oscillations are created in the first tuning fork due to the second one is known as the resonance. We are creating the oscillations in the second tuning fork with the help of the first one, but the condition that the frequencies should be same. The frequency of the application of the force should match with the frequency of the vibrating body. Okay, this is the condition. Okay, so it is true for anything. For example, you have learnt in your PUC level that if you have an hanging bridge, okay, so this is the one example I told you. So I have a bridge. This is a suspended bridge like this. This is a suspended bridge I have. On the bridge you have the marching of soldiers. Soldiers are marching like this. Okay. Now the soldiers, when they are moving on the bridge, are not advised to march. march. They are not advised to march. Yak march madak agangilla bridge male and suspension bridge male. Okay, which type of suspension bridge? What happens if there is a bridge, Okay, so this bridge has a certain frequency of natural frequency of its own. This is a bridge. So this bridge has a certain natural frequency. Okay, why? Because it is oscillating and under the influence of some force. So if there is an airflow under the bridge, like this is an airflow. The airflow will start to vibrate the bridge. So once it is vibrating, therefore it can also have certain natural frequency n. You can calculate the n for the bridge later on in your higher course. Once you know the natural frequency and the soldiers are moving here. Once the soldiers are moving, if they are marching ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ಕೂಡಿ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ಇಡುವುದಂತ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ. So if they are marching means they are applying a force regularly. ಹೌದಾ? ಒಂದ್ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ಇಟ್ಟ ಮೇಲೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ಇಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ಇಡ್ತಾರೆ ಹಿಂಗ. So these are the steps. So that means whenever there is a step on the bridge there is a force. Whenever there is a step on the bridge there is a force. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ರ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. There are large number of soldiers. Lakhs together. When lakhs together of soldiers are marching on the bridge, a large value of force is incident on the bridge. It's falling on the bridge or incidenting on the bridge. Okay. So what happens? The force is not only incidenting only at once, it is incidenting on a regular manner. Every some 2 seconds, 1 second, half a second, whenever the soldiers march, they produce a large force on it. Therefore, the bridge will start to oscillate. The bridge will start to oscillate like this from its mean position. Okay, got it. Now, what is the natural frequency of the bridge? It is taken as n. Okay, now the soldiers are marching, okay, and they are having a frequency of the force. They will march with a certain frequency. That frequency is taken as mu. Mu is the thing, but the frequency of application of force on bridge mele force apply madutta. Okay, due to marching, this is at the rate of mu. This is at a frequency mu. Suppose if n is equal to mu, r, I should not write like this. Mu is equal to n. If mu is equal to n means the applied frequency matches with the natural frequency. The bridge will start to oscillate or vibrate in a very large amplitude. Okay, therefore at this condition the bridge vibrates with large amplitude. Okay, with the large amplitude. Got it? So therefore if the amplitude is large, okay, with the large amplitude, okay, with large amplitude. Now what happens once the bridge is oscillating with the large amplitude? Okay, the bridge may vibrate like this. Okay, so what happens once it is vibrating with large amplitude? The bridge may get damaged, be damaged. So this is the reason why the oscillation, why the soldiers are not made to march on the bridge. Okay, now there is a term called as the resonance frequency. You have used the resonance frequency. Okay, resonance frequency, or it's also called as the resonating frequency. Okay, it is nothing but the frequency. It may be angular frequency also. Okay, sometimes the angular frequency also. Okay, the frequency, the frequency at which the resonance takes place is called as a resonance frequency. Okay, now here I will write it is also true for angular frequency. Okay, angular frequency. Now, what is the condition for resonance? I told you last now. The condition for resonance. Okay, the definition for resonance is here. It is a phenomenon in which the frequency of applied force. Okay, frequency of applied force. I will take it as P. Matches with the natural frequency of the vibrating body. N. P and N are the applied frequency and the natural frequency. Therefore, I can write the condition, okay, for resonance is, okay, the angular frequency at which the resonance takes place is called as resonance frequency or resonating frequency or resonating frequency. Okay, so what is that resonating frequency? You have it, resonating frequency is P is equal to omega. This is the condition. Okay, P is what? P is the frequency of applied force. Yeah, omega. What is omega? Frequency of, or I should write it as natural frequency. Natural frequency of the vibrating body. Vibrating body. Okay. So you can also write what is resonating frequency or resonating frequency or resonance frequency. It is the frequency at which the resonance condition is achieved. That is also right. Okay. So there are different way of explaining the resonance frequency. Now I have to make one condition. Note here. Okay. Okay. So note that okay, note that at resonating frequency, okay, very important, at resonating frequency or at resonance condition, very important, the amplitude is maximum. Okay, all right. Now let us go for the analysis now. Keep in mind, at resonance condition, the amplitude is maximum. At resonance condition, the amplitude is maximum. Let us go for the determination of the maximum amplitude. Let us go for the theory now. Okay, for the for the resonance condition. Which is the next class, students? Civil?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Yes, sir. Okay, thank you. Very good. So theory of resonance. Okay, hope you got the meaning of resonance. It is the condition at which the applied frequency matches with the natural frequency. The amplitude will be maximum. Now you have to evaluate what is the maximum amplitude. Why there is a maximum amplitude and what is its value and condition for this. This is what we are studying here. Okay. Now we know that from forced oscillation, you have already learned the theory. I get an equation for amplitude. Okay. Amplitude. What is the amplitude equation? Amplitude is equal to F divided by amplitude A is equal to F divided by root of omega square minus P square plus this is whole square plus 4b square into p square. Now you analyze the term. What are these terms? Here F is equal to F by m, that is force per unit mass. Okay. Omega. What is omega? Omega is the natural angular frequency. Natural angular frequency of the vibrating body. Then P, what is this P? I have given this already in the last class. What is this P? Okay, where P stands for, okay, P is equal to, P stands for the frequency of, which type frequency? Angular frequency, okay? Angular frequency of application of the force, application of periodic force. Okay, that means you are applying a force with a frequency of P. Okay, now what is B? B is also there. What is B? B is the thing but the damping coefficient. How much damping is there? This is the damping coefficient. Okay, P, B and omega. Now what is this in simple case? I will explain. Okay, now I have a spring mass system. Okay, or any oscillating medium. Okay, now I have taken a simple pendulum. The simple pendulum has a frequency omega, natural frequency omega. Okay, now you apply the force, so that you want to keep it in oscillating state. Okay, so you have to apply the force at A so that it keeps on oscillating. Okay, so you are applying the force at the frequency P. You are getting the point. P is the frequency at which you are applying the force. You are getting the point. What is P? P is given here. P is nothing but the frequency of application of the periodic force. Andra, now prati 1 second ಗೆ 2 second ಗೆ ನೀವು force apply ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, that is called as frequency. The frequency is again in terms of angular frequency, it is represented as P. ನೀವು force apply ಮಾಡುವುದು F at the rate of P. Omega is the natural frequency of the oscillation. Okay. Now for resonance condition, okay, so for resonance, okay, what is the resonance condition for resonance? Okay, for resonance condition, okay, you can also take the spring mass system here. So I have the spring, okay, it is oscillating, okay, got it, it is oscillating with a certain frequency. Okay, like this. Okay, so what is the frequency of oscillation? If I take the frequency, natural frequency of the oscillation is omega. Okay, now I want to keep the oscillations intact. How? By applying a force. This is the direction of the applied force. Okay, this is the direction of the applied force. So this is the direction of the applied force. What is the direction of the this? What is the frequency? It is applied at a frequency of sine fpt. Now here you are applying the force at this frequency, at this angular frequency. You are getting the point. Okay. So P is the frequency of the application of the force. Omega is the natural frequency. Similarly here, omega is the natural frequency of the pendulum. P is the frequency of applied force. For resonance, what happens? You have to write the condition. What is the condition for resonance? This is the condition at which the applied frequency matches with the natural frequency of the body. You go for the definition. What is the definition for resonance? Look here. The frequency of, or the angular frequency, it is a phenomenon. Sorry. Here, if you go for the definition, It says that resonance is a phenomenon in which the body vibrates, or it is the phenomenon in which the applied force, the frequency of the applied force matches with the frequency of the vibrating force, matches with the frequency of the vibrating force. You getting the point? So that is called as the resonance. Okay. As per the definition of resonance, okay, just go for this. So here, definition of resonance, that is frequency of applied force matches with the frequency of matches with the natural frequency with the natural frequency of vibrating body. Okay. Now I have written frequency of the applied force is P. Natural frequency is omega. Therefore, P is equal to omega is the condition for resonance. Now you have the amplitude. For this setup, you write the amplitude. You know the amplitude of vibrations. Okay. Amplitude A from force vibration, you have written it already. A is equal to F divided by root of omega square minus P square whole square plus 4B square into P square. This is the equation. Okay. Now you put the condition for resonance. Therefore, at resonance, P is equal to omega. Now this I have taken it as 1. You put in 1. If P is equal to omega, this term, okay, omega square minus P square becomes 0. Why? Because here P is equal to omega. Okay, therefore you get A is equal to, okay, A is equal to, that becomes maximum, A maximum, that is equal to F divided by, the first term is vanishing, it becomes 0, therefore you get 4B square into P square, because omega square minus P square is equal to 0. Okay. Now if you find the root, so therefore the maximum amplitude, A maximum, that is equal to, find the value of the roots, that will be 2B. This is the value for the maximum amplitude. Okay, this is called as the resonance condition, and the amplitude at resonance is 2BP. Okay, the resonating frequency is the frequency at which the resonance takes place. Okay, now here you can also write this one as F by M. I can write B as R divided by 2M into omega. P is equal to omega. So this get cancelled. So this is 2M. Okay, so 2 is there. So I have 2 to get cancelled. So I can write F divided by R omega. Therefore, A maximum is equal to F divided by 2 BP, that is equal to F divided by R omega. Okay, is the maximum displacement. Okay. Now, I hope you have taken down this. This is the case. The first one, keep in mind, when there is no damping, that is B is equal to C. When there is no damping, this is true. Fine. Okay. Now, if there is a damping in the system, damping means there is some opposition in the form of an airflow. So there is an airflow like this. Air is moving here from this side. Air is also approaching from this side or this side. This is acting as a damping. So when there is a damping, what is the resonance condition? How it is changing? Okay. Okay. So when there is a damping, okay, keep in mind. Okay. In presence of damping, you get a different equation. In presence of damping, what is the? So this is true. Okay. In the presence of damping B, what is the resonance condition? Okay. Okay. Now you write the amplitude equation first. Okay. Amplitude A is equal to You already determined the amplitude in the last class. A is equal to F divided by 2 root of omega square minus p square whole square plus 4b square into p square. That means in the system there is a damping. If there's a damping, how it is affecting the resonance condition? Okay. Okay. Now here, for amplitude to be maximum, that is for A, amplitude A to be maximum, okay. So this has to be maximum means the denominator should be minimum. You're getting the point? So here you have the denominator. So this denominator is minimum means, okay, the amplitude will be maximum. You get a maximum amplitude. Okay, so therefore you get A is equal to A maximum. So this is at resonance. Keep in mind, this at resonance only you get the maximum amplitude. A max, suffix max, A max, maximum amplitude. Okay. Now to get the maximum amplitude, the denominator should be minimum, or I can write denominator, or in other words, the same thing, I can write derivative of denominator, the internal term, that is omega square minus p square whole square plus 4b square into p square. This should be 0. If this is 0, okay, then the denominator of this, a derivative of, okay, derivative of the internal term, if it is 0, then the denominator will be minimum. Okay, if I differentiate this, okay, if I do the differentiation with respect to p, then I get 2 into omega square minus p square whole square. Now differentiation of the first term is over, but when you get inside the first term, it is omega square minus p square. This also I have to do the differentiation. So I have to leave this one. Okay. 2 into omega square minus p square gives you 2, differentiation of the first term gives you this much. Get inside the first term, it is minus of 2p square. If I differentiate, it is minus 2p plus. Then go for the second term. So it is 4 as it is, b square as it is. I have to differentiate with respect to p. Therefore, it is 2p into 0. This is value. Okay. Now here
Sir,
you have a hello.
sir, 2 into omega square minus p square whole square ಬರಲ್ಲ sir.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಐತಲ್ವಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಓಕೆ ಇದನ್ನ
ಅಲ್ಲ sir,
ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೇನೆ ಹಾ
omega square
ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಷನ್ ಹಾ
square
ಹೇಳ
whole
ಈಗ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಷನ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವ ಈಗ
2x.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಬಂದೈತಿ ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಒಮೆಗಾ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಪಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಹೋಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಹೌದಾ ಒಂದೇ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಇದೆ ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ okay I want to differentiate. How I have to differentiate? Okay, it is root of 2 into differentiation of the first term gives you 2 into omega square minus p square. Okay, so this is it is just like differentiation of x square with respect to x. How you do it? Okay, so it is 2 times of x. So here 2 times of x. Now after that you have the terms inside this x. So this has taken as this if you take it as x, you get it is giving you 2x. But here x is having some internal terms p square also. So when I differentiate omega square minus p square, the inside term, that will give you first term as a constant and second term gives you minus p square. If I differentiate the second term, I will get this as minus 2p. Okay, so don't worry, this is correct. Okay, if you have anything, I will let you know. Okay, after the class, I will help you. Okay, but as of now, it is correct. Don't worry about it. Okay, now you just differentiate it, so simplify it. So this is 2, this 2, 4, it get cancelled. You have left with only 2, this one, and here I have p here. This p and this p get cancelled. So that will give you, okay, that will give you omega square minus p square. Minus is as it is, so it is minus of plus it is 2b square. You get it as 2b square equal to 0. That is giving you omega square minus p square equal to 2b square r. Or p square is equal to rearrange it. It gives you omega square minus 2b square. You get b square. So if I write p is equal to, okay, it is giving you root of omega square minus 2b square. Now look at it. This is the frequency at which the resonance takes place. This is the condition for resonance. Okay. Now look here. When there is no damping, okay, B is 0. When B is 0, okay, this is the condition for resonance. Okay, when B is equal to 0, this is the condition when there is no damping. Okay, when there is no damping, okay, when B is equal to 0, the corresponding condition for resonance is P equal to omega. P equal to omega. Okay, keep in mind. So when there is a damping, when there is no damping, I should write as no damping. When there is no damping, sorry, I missed it. When there is no damping, B is equal to 0. The corresponding resonance condition is P should be equal to omega. P should be equal to omega. ಹೌದಾ? ಈಗ next ಇದು ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇದು maximum ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರ್ತೈತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರ you get maximum at this condition P equal to omega. Now ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತೀವಿ, we have discussed the damping when there is a damping. Okay, B. So when there is a damping or opposition, the condition for resonance, that is, you get the amplitude maximum. We get the maximum amplitude. We get the maximum amplitude. Okay, at this condition. Okay, so therefore, the resonance condition is okay. In presence of damping, is this much. Okay, this is the resonance condition. In presence of damping. Okay. Now look here. If I make B equal to 0 in this equation, equation nana damping 0 madidre yenagatta. If I make B equal to 0, that will give you here, if B is equal to 0, above equation P is equal to root of omega square minus 0, it becomes 0. Okay, so it reduces to the damping case. Okay, damping idra omega square minus 2b square. Got it. Now I will give one example, then you will understand this. Okay, gottaita. So in presence of damping. Okay, now once we find the condition for the resonance condition in case of damping, what is the maximum amplitude? Okay, so what is the corresponding maximum amplitude? What is the maximum amplitude? This I will take it as A max when there is a damping. Okay, students, I will continue this class. Okay, when there is a damping B. Okay, when there is a damping. Okay, I will finish it off today. Okay. Now, maximum amplitude. I should find the maximum amplitude. Now here, what is the amplitude? A. So in this case, we have found out what is the resonance frequency. Okay, this is the resonance frequency. This is the resonance frequency. This is the resonance frequency for damped oscillations when there is a damping. Okay, when there is a damping, what is the corresponding amplitude, maximum amplitude? So you know that the amplitude A is given by F divided by root of omega square minus P square whole square plus 4B square into P square. This is the value. Now A is equal to maximum. A is maximum. A is maximum when when it is in, when it is under resonance, when it is under resonance, when it is under resonance condition. Okay, when it is under resonance condition. Now resonance condition, but the condition another at resonance. At resonance, P is equal to omega. Idu damping ildaga. Adrelli damping aiti. Adike enagbeku damping P equal to omega alla. Rather P equal to root of omega square minus 2b square. So this is the value for P. Omega square minus 2b square. Athwa I can take it as P square is equal to omega square minus 2b square. Okay, this is the case. Now this I take it as equation number 1. This has 2. Now you substitute 2 in 1. Okay, substitute P square from 2 in 1. If you do the substitution, amplitude A will be equal to okay, do the substitution, that will give you F divided by root of omega square as it is minus P square, no, that I have to write as omega square minus 2b square means it becomes plus 2b square whole square plus 4 into b square as it is. P square, now I have to write omega square minus 2b square. Okay. So this is equation number 1. That is, you know that amplitude A is equal to, I will, okay, no necessary, it becomes a confusion. Okay. So you can write it here. So this is how it reduces to. Okay. Now you cancel the terms. This omega square get cancelled. Okay. So therefore, okay, so therefore A is equal to F divided by ilload. If cancel aata 2b square whole square other. So this is square means it is root of 4b raised to 4. 4b raised to 4. Okay. Plus you get inside the bracket. You take this 4b square inside the bracket. It becomes 4b square omega square. Okay. 4 into 2, 8. This is minus 8 b raised to 4. Minus 8 b raised to 4. Okay. Minus b raised to 4. So again, you simplify it. Look here. This is 4b raised to 4. This is minus 8b raised to 4. This is 4 minus 8. Okay. So it gives you A equal to okay. Okay. F divided by root of 4b square omega minus of this is here.
Sir, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸರಿ explain ಮಾಡ್ರಿ.
Here that minus of 4b square omega square. This is 4 minus 8. That means minus of 4b raised to 4. Okay. Now here, I hope this you got this condition. In the presence of damping, this is the value of the resonance. Okay. Got it. P is equal to omega square minus 2b square. At this condition, at the condition for P, there is a maximum amplitude. Okay. I have to find what is the maximum amplitude for the oscillations at resonance in damped oscillation when there is a damping that is present. So I have to write the equation for amplitude. What is the amplitude equation? You already given it from forced oscillation. Equation number 1 is the amplitude equation. Okay. This is the amplitude. Okay. Once you get the amplitude A is equal to F divided by omega square minus P square whole square plus 4B square into P square. Now what I have to do is I have to substitute this P. I have to substitute this P square here. Why? Because at resonance, keep in mind, at resonance condition, the amplitude will be maximum. Amplitude A is maximum. Amplitude A is maximum. How the amplitude A is maximum when at resonance condition. How the ಈಗ resonance condition ಯಾವಾಗ attain ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ when P is equal to root of omega square minus 2b square. ಈ condition ದೊಳಗೆ ನೀವು resonance attain ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಅದ ಫ್ರೀ ಅದ್ರ ಡ್ಯಾಂಪಿಂಗ್ ಇಲ್ಲಾಗ ಏನ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಪಿ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಒಮೆಗಾ ಇತ್ತು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್. ಆದ್ರ ಡ್ಯಾಂಪಿಂಗ್ ಐತಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕ ಅದರದ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ರೆಸೊನೆನ್ಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗತ್ತ. ಪಿ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ರೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಒಮೆಗಾ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ 2b ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೆಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೌ ಪಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ರಿಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗತ್ತ, ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಪಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಒಮೆಗಾ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ 2b ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅದ. I have substituted this p square back in equation number 1 ille. Okay, so if I do the substitution, I will get this equation. Okay, I have done simple mathematics. Okay, and I can ಈಗ ತಿಳಿತಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಕತ್ತೀನಿ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಅವರ? Okay, hello, ಈಗ ಗುರ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಏನ್ steps. Okay, now f equal to, now I have done the substitution for p square here in equation number 2. Sorry, 2 in 1. So p square ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲೇ I have done the substitution for p square from equation number 2. 2 ದಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ನಾನು substitution ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. So when I do the substitution, okay, this is what I get. Okay, for substitution for p square in 1, okay, I get the mathematical term ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದೈತೆ ನೋಡಿ. This is what I get. Okay, so it is minus of omega square plus 2b square. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಮೈನಸ್ ಐತಿ, ಅದು ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. Okay, so just simple mathematics, simple simplification. Okay, 4b raised to 4 plus 4b square omega square minus ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ 4 into 2 is 8, b square into b square is 4, b square into b square is b raised to 4. Okay, so next what happens here, 4b b raised to 4 minus 8b raised to 4 gives you minus 4b raised to 4. Okay, this is what you get. And if you are rearrange it, okay, if I do the rearranging for the next, okay, amplitude A is equal to f divided by root of, nodri 4b square is common. You take that 4b square outside. Okay, that will give you omega square minus b square. Okay, so that is equal to f divided by, if I take this b square outside, so it will be 2b into root of omega square minus b square. So this is the value of f at maximum amplitude. Okay, 2b into omega square minus b square. Okay, now here again you know that omega square minus p square is equal to 2b square. You already done there here the last part. Illida the magada. Okay, you can do the substitution for omega square. Therefore omega square equal to, just a minute. Okay, if you do the substitution for omega square, okay, so omega square is minus 2b square. So if I do the substitution, that will be equal to omega square is equal to p square plus 2b square. So you just substitute it here back in this omega. If I do the substitution, okay, that will give you, okay, a equal to f divided by 2b into root of omega square is the thing but p square plus 2b square minus b square I have to keep as it is. So that will give you a equal to thank you, a equal to f divided by 2b. Now here b square minus b square get cancelled. Okay, so 2b into, okay, 2b into root of p square plus b square, plus b square. This is the amplitude. So this is the maximum amplitude. This is the maximum amplitude. Okay, so here instead of a, I will call it as a max. I will call it as a maximum. Okay, so therefore a maximum is equal to f divided by 2b into root of p P square plus B square. This is the amplitude when there is a damping. When there is a damping. When damping is present. Okay. Okay. Got it. ಆದ್ರ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಒಂದು ಬಹಳ ಮಜಾ ಅದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ after doing all these analysis. Okay, B is a damping. Okay, B is damping. B is the damping, opposition, friction. Okay, damping is usually small. Usually it is small. It is usually small. If it is B is small means B square is still smaller than B. Still smaller than B. Got it? So if it is smaller than B means here I have B square. Okay, here I have I have B square. Okay, so this B square I can neglect it. Okay, why? Because B is small, therefore B square is still smaller than B, therefore I can write B square can be neglected. So if I neglect that and write the equation again, therefore A max or maximum amplitude is equal to F divided by 2BP, 2 into B root of B square is neglected. I can write it as P square. Therefore, it's almost equal to root of P square is nothing but F divided by 2BP. So therefore, maximum amplitude in case of damping also it is F divided by 2BP. So almost, okay, not exactly. Okay. Okay, this is the maximum amplitude. Okay, hope it is clear to you. Okay, so at resonance condition, the amplitude is maximum. Okay, clear? Now, look here, small, here. Barkondrilla. Okay, I will share this. Don't worry, I will share this. Nodri, you have learned this resonance condition right now in detail. In detail, you have done the resonance condition and you have evaluated the damped maximum amplitude. Okay, so I will tell you again. Now, look here. What is the resonance? Resonance is a phenomenon in which the applied frequency matches with the natural frequency of a vibrating body, or it is the phenomenon in which a body vibrates with a natural frequency, with its natural frequency under the influence of other frequency, other vibrating frequency. Okay. Now I have taken the system here. Okay. Oscillation of a pendulum and spring, and I have believed that there is no damping, there is no airflow, there is no damping. Therefore, I can write the condition for resonance. The condition for resonance is given here. I am highlighting. This is the condition for resonance when there is no damping. Keep in mind, no damping. This is the resonance condition. And what is the corresponding amplitude? The corresponding amplitude, maximum amplitude is A max. This is the maximum amplitude you get. So why? Because at resonance, the amplitude will be maximum. So this is the maximum amplitude when there is no damping. Now, it's not true. You cannot have a damping. You can have the damping. When you have the damping, okay, then the condition for resonance is slightly different. Okay, the condition for resonance in case of damped oscillations, in case of damping, is given by this equation, given by this P. Okay, now P was equal to omega earlier. Now it has changed from P equal to omega to P equal to root of omega square minus 2B square in presence of damping. Now, what is the corresponding maximum amplitude? This is the corresponding maximum amplitude F divided by 2B into root of B square plus B square. Okay, or I can neglect the value for b square and I can just simply write as 2b. Okay.
Screen.
Now, I can't screen. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Kanad,
Okay, so this is the case. Okay, if you have not taken, fine, I will share the notes. Now, I will give one example. You all kaltiri basic electronics dolaga radio receivers kaltiri. Basic electronics. You have learned basic electronics subject last semester. You have learned the basic electronics. In basic electronic circuits, you have learned about communication system. PUC ola kaltirilla? Hello? Anybody can give the answer? Communication system you have learned. In the communication system, okay?
yes, sir.
Communication system olaga FM ಅಂತ ಕಲ್ತಿರಿ ಹೌದಾ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕಲ್ತಿರಿ ಹೌದಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ರಿಸೀವರ್ಸ್ ಕಲ್ತಿರಿ ಕಲಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ ಕೇಳಿ ಸೊ ಯು ಆರ್ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಂಗ್ ಎ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ರಿಸೀವರ್ ಓಕೆ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ರಿಸೀವರ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ನಿಮ್ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಒಳಗ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಯಾವುದು 93.8 ಮೆಗಾ ಹರ್ಜ್ ನೀವು ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಎ ಗುಡ್ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಬರ್ತದ okay for 98.3 okay it is 98.3 megahertz ಏನಿದು ಏನ್ ಹಿಂಗ್ಯಾಕ so this is actually an example of resonance it is an example of resonance so ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ you have the this is the radio receiver okay this is a transmitter radio frequency radio transmitter FM transmitter okay? So when there is a radio transmitter it is giving out the signals like this radio signals how the radio signals hinga actor okay it is giving out the radio signals these radio signals have a certain frequency this is the frequency what is the frequency the frequency I have taken it as mu means externally frequency r it is having a frequency of p okay so this is the thing but an applied frequency I can call it as applied frequency okay so ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ರಿಸೀವರ್ ದೊಳಗ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ರಿಸೀವರ್ ನೀವು 98.3 ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಂದ್ರ there is a resonance phenomenon that is taking place there is a resonance phenomenon okay there is a resonance phenomenon that is taking place resonance phenomenon what happens the applied the frequency of the radio waves this is the frequency of the radio waves how much it is 98.3 megahertz this is the frequency that is emitted by the radio transmitter so nim radio receiver ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರ್ತೈತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಒಂದು ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ LC ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತಾವ so these are called as resonating circuits LC circuits ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತಾವ so when you vary the LC circuit the resonance or the frequency of the receiver goes on changing okay so when you vary the frequency a new adroga frequency vary ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ LC vary ಆಗ್ತದೆ as L and C varies the frequency of this circuit goes on changing ನಿಮ್ದು ಈ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ರಿಸೀವರ್ ದ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಅದರದ್ದು FR equal to 98.3 ನೀವು ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಂದ್ರ ಈ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಮತ್ತ ಯಾವ್ದು frequency of the radio waves matches with the frequency of the receiver that you have set ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ that is the thing but an example of a resonance which type of resonance there is electrical resonance we call it as an electrical resonance ನೀವು ಕಲ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಹೌದಾ ಸೊ 98.3 ಅಷ್ಟ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಭಾರಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ ನೀವು ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ FR 98 ಗಿಟ್ರು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ 98.2 ಗಿಟ್ರು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ 98.3 ಓಕೆ ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ 98.3 ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಐತಿ ಹೌದಾ ಮತ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದೆ 98.4 ಅವಾಗ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಸೌಂಡ್ 98.4 ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ 98.5 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರ ನೋಡ್ರಿ only at this frequency you are getting the maximum sound clear sound so this is called as the resonating frequency it's called as the resonating frequency ಗುರ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ 98.2 ಕ 98.4 ಗ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಇರ್ತದ ಆದ್ರೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಾಳ ಇರ್ತದ. ಖರ್ರ ಅಂತ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಬರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರ ಅದ್ರೊಳಗ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಡ್ಯಾಂಪಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಅಲ್ಲೇ. ಹೌದಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಗುರುತಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? ಇದು ಮತ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಬರ್ತದ. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್? Now go for the last topic of this session, of this module, that is called as sharpness of resonance. It's called as the sharpness of resonance. Sharpness of resonance. ಏನಿದು sharpness of resonance? Sharpness of resonance. Just a minute. Yes. Okay, there is a concept called as sharpness of resonance. What is sharpness of resonance? You know that at resonance, the amplitude is maximum. Amplitude is maximum. Resonance condition dolaga amplitude maximum irutte. Other than this condition, it cannot be maximum. It's only maximum at resonance. So therefore, I can plot a graph. Na en ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಒಂದು graph ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ ಇದರದ್ದು. Okay, this is amplitude versus the frequency. ಯಾವ frequency? The applied frequency. P. ಹೌದಾ? This is the applied frequency. This is the amplitude. Now the amplitude is maximum at resonance. Resonance means at the condition P equal to omega. Applied frequency matches with the natural frequency. This is in when there is no damping. When there is a damping means P should be equal to root of omega square minus 2b square. This is if damping is present. If damping exists. So at this condition P equal to omega, the amplitude A will be equal to maximum amplitude. Okay, A is equal to A max. That is, you get the maximum amplitude. Maximum amplitude. In the maximum amplitude, A max is equal to F divided by 2BP. This is the maximum amplitude. So ಏನಾಗ್ತದಂದ್ರ, whenever P equal to this value, somewhere here, okay, P is such that it is equal to root of omega square minus 2b square, and at this point it is maximum. At this point it is maximum. Okay. Okay. Okay, at this point it is maximum. Okay, now what happens at other points? What about other points? Illino nimga frequencies aiti greater than or lesser than. What happens to these frequencies? At these frequencies you have the amplitude, but it is not maximum. Other frequencies ige nimga amplitude irtada adra maximum barangill. Therefore I can plot a graph for this. I can plot a graph for this. Okay, other values are there, so this is the graph what you get. Okay. Okay, this is the graph. Nodri ille PK, whenever P is satisfying the condition, whenever P is equal to omega square, root of omega square minus 2b square. This is at resonance condition. The amplitude is maximum. So this is A maximum amplitude. You get the maximum. Other points are there, but they are minimum. Okay, their values is decreasing. Now there is a term called as sharpness. Then there is a term called as sharpness. Okay, the sharpness of curve. Whenever you have the resonance condition, the amplitude is maximum. You get the maximum amplitude. But for other frequency lesser than that, other frequency greater than that, the amplitude is decreasing. The amplitude is decreasing. You're getting the point. Clear? So if it is decreasing very fast, then we say that the sharpness of the curve is very fast. Okay. Now I will draw a better curve. Okay. Just to highlight in a neat way. Okay. I will redraw the curve. Okay. Here. If this is over, means it's done. Okay. Today's class, syllabus is over. Okay. So this is the graph you have for the look at this. This is the maximum. Okay. At this point, you get the condition for resonance P equal to omega square minus 2b square. This is amplitude. So this is the maximum amplitude, A max. Okay. AMAX, maximum amplitude. Here, this is the condition for resonance. Okay, maximum amplitude. Now, when it is moving away from this condition of resonance, how the graph is, how the values is decreasing. If it is decreasing very fast, then we say there is a sharpness in the curve. If it is decreasing very slow, then we say there is a resonance which is flatter. Okay. If it is decreasing very fast, then we say that is it is nothing but a sharp resonance. Okay. So therefore I can define sharpness of curve of resonance as sharpness of curve, or it is the resonance. Sharpness of resonance is nothing but the measure of the fall of the value, measure of fall but a decrease in measure of the decrease in the value of amplitude, the value of amplitude when the system is moving away from the condition of resonance. And moving away from the condition of resonance. Andra, ಈ resonance ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ frequency ನೀವು ಬಂದ್ರ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಬಾಳ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಥವಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಶಾರ್ಪ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. We define the sharpness of a curve. So I will draw 3 curves that will help you to understand the meaning. Okay. So I have the graph here. Okay. This is the graph. Okay.
Sir.
ಹೇಳ್ರಿ.
Sir, definition ತೋರಿಸಿ sir.
ಏನಾಯ್ತ್ರಿ? ಹಲೋ.
Sir, definition sir.
ಬರ್ಕೋರಿ. ಬರ್ಕೋರಿ. Measure of the decrease in the value of amplitude when the system is moving away from the condition of resonance. ಆ resonance condition ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು amplitude decrease ಆಯ್ತು. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ decrease ಆದ್ರ sharpness ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಕಡಿಮೆ decrease ಆದ್ರ sharpness ಕಡಿಮೆ. ಓಕೆ, ತೋರಿಸಿ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಗುರುತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. Okay, shall I okay, hope you have taken down that. You know, I plot a three graph that will help you understand the term. Okay, so here I have the amplitude along the y-axis, the applied frequency along the x-axis. Applied frequency. Okay, P. Now this is the case of a so I will mark here. Okay. So this is condition for resonance, root of omega square minus 2b square. Okay. At this condition, the value is maximum. I will plot 3 graphs that will help you to understand the resonance. Okay. Now here, okay, in 11, just a minute. Okay. So I have one graph such that it is going to infinity like this. This is the graph. This is the first one when B is equal to 0. Okay. When B is equal to 0. Okay. This is the first graph. It is going towards infinity. It is going to infinity. To infinity. It is not meeting. Okay. Then there is one more graph like this. Okay. Okay. The same graph, resonance graph, but for different values. Okay. So this is graph 2. This is B is small. Whenever B is small, this is the graph. Okay. Then there is third graph. Okay. So this is the graph 3 when B is large. Now all the 3 graphs are the graphs for resonance. They are nothing but graphs for resonance. You get a first graph when you get a first graph. Okay, for B is equal to you get a graph such that the graph is extending to infinity. It is going to infinity. It is going to infinity means the value of amplitude. This is the amplitude A. The amplitude is A is going to infinity. A is going to infinity. Amplitude is infinity. Okay, therefore, this condition is not achievable. B is equal to 0 means that means there is no damping. There is no damping. When there is no damping means, okay, the amplitude is infinity. You can check it. Okay, you have the amplitude equation. Okay, you have the amplitude equation. A is equal to F divided by 2 BP maximum. So A maximum. Okay. A max, if you substitute B equal to 0, so F divided by 0 is infinity. So it goes to infinity. So this is not achievable. Okay. So you cannot physically achieve a amplitude which is infinity. Okay. So where you cannot have a damping. Now whenever B is small, look at the curve. The curve is sharper. The curve is sharper. That means there is a decrease in the curve very sharply. Okay. Very much decrease in the curve. Large decrease. Large. So this is when second case when B is large. Second one. Okay. So this is the first case when B is small. Okay. B is small means damping is small. Damping is small. Therefore, the decrease in amplitude is large. Decrease in amplitude is large. Okay. Therefore, you get a very sharp curve. Very sharp curve. You're getting the point. Sharp curve. Sharp curve means we can say that it is nothing but a sharp resonance. Sharp resonance. Okay. Similarly, go for a third one. B. Third graph, B is large. If you go for a third one, B is large. B is large means look at the curve. You get a curve which is flatter. Nodri, curve nodri, how it is? It is not. You get a curve which is flatter. That means here the decrease in amplitude is small. Decrease in amplitude is small. Okay. So from this curve, we can make that. Look at this. 3. The sharpness is not there. B is having a large sharpness. B is equal to infinity it is having b equal to 0. The sharpness is very, very high, it's infinity. So therefore, from this curve, I can make it out, okay, whether there is a damping, not damping, or it is 0. Okay, if I get it, you can easily make it out. Okay, so what I can do is I can plot a graph of amplitude versus the applied frequency. If you get a graph like this, I can make it out what is the level of damping. If I get a curves like this, I can make it out whether the damping is large, small, or 0. If I get a flatter damping, then if I get a flatter curve, that means B is large. If I get a sharper curve, B is small. If I get a curve which goes to infinity, that means it is the damping equal to 0. Therefore, I can conclude that if the curve is sharp, then B is small. That is smaller the damping. If curve is flatter, okay, then B is large. So what is the help of this? The help is that from plotting the amplitude versus the frequency curve, I can make it out what is the damping that is associated with the system. Okay, now hope you got the meaning of this resonance. Okay, now you can clearly understand better using the previous example of a radio system. Illodri ನೀವು ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ 98.3 ಹರ್ಜ್ ಗೆ ನೀವು ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಬೇಕ್ರಿ? 98.3 ಹರ್ಜ್ ಗೆ ನೀವು ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಇದರದ ಅಪ್ಲೈಡ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ 98.3 ಮೆಗಾ ಹರ್ಜ್ ಐತಿ. ನೀವು 98.3 ಮೆಗಾ ಹರ್ಜ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ನೀವು ಅದರ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಹಾಕಿದ್ರ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂತಂದ್ರ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈಯಿಂಗ್ ದ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅ resonance. Therefore, you are not getting the curve. Okay, so you get the values, you get the sound, but the sound is not clear. Sound is not clear. Okay, so the curve should be very sharp. Okay, so therefore here if I plot the graph for this, therefore this is amplitude of the sound that we get from the radio receiver. This is the frequency. So therefore at 98.3 hertz, 98.3 megahertz, the amplitude is maximum. Okay, like this. Got it? At other frequencies, what are other frequencies? 98.2 ಐತಿ, 98.4 ಅದ, ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ amplitude ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. Therefore you don't get a clear sound. Okay, so therefore for better reception, the bandwidth should be very, very sharp. Sharp ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಚೂಪ್ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. So this is the way. So if it is like this, then it is more selectivity is very, very high. Okay, so ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕಲ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಅದು ನೀವು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ಹೇಳಬೇಡ. So I shall stop here itself. In the next class tomorrow we will solve the problems on these two. Okay, so if you have any doubts, you can ask me and clear the doubts. Okay, hello students, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you for your time and presence. Okay, I have done a detailed analysis for the resonance. Okay, ನೀವು example ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, ಯಾರೊಬ್ರು resonance other conditions ಯಾವ್ದಾವ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ resonance ಗೆ ನೀವು ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದ PUC ಒಳಗ. Hello, any other example of resonance ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ರಿ. ನಾ ಹೇಳೇನಿಗೆ ಯಾವುದು ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ರಿ resonance ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೆ ಯಾವ್ದು? One example ಹೇಳ್ರಿ. Hello, any one of the students, you can give me example of resonance. Any other example? How many of you play any of the musical instruments where you have the strings in it? ಯಾರಿಗಾರ ಗಿಟಾರ್ ಬರ್ಸಕ್ ಬರುತ್ತಾ ನಿಮ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ನಾಗ? Hello, piano? ಇಲ್ಲ. So all the musical instruments which are using strings, okay, they are using the concept of resonance to get the right sound. Correct sound ಬೇಕಂದಾಗ ನಾವು ಆ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿನ ನಾವು ರೆಸೊನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ by applying the force. Okay, ನೀವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ನೀವು ಗಿಟಾರ್ ಒಳಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರ ಗಿಟಾರ್ನಾಗ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಪ್ಲಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ವೆನ್ ಯು ಪ್ಲಕ್ ಅ ಗಿಟಾರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ಯು ದ ಸೌಂಡ್. ಅದ್ರ ಕರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅದ್ರ ಲೆಂತ್ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು. ಲೆಂತ್ ಎಲ್ಲೇ ಮ್ಯಾಗಡೆ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಇರ್ತದ. ಅದನ್ನ ಆ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಲೆಂತ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋದಾಗ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಸೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾವ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ರೆಸೊನೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ರೆಸೊನೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಎ ವೀಣಾ. ಓಕೆ, ದೋಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಕಲಿಬೇಕ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾರು. ಓಕೆ, ಹಾ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ.
Yes, sir.
ಹಾ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, ಏನ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ?
Sir, radio example of
ಹಾ ರೇಡಿಯೋ,
resonance.
ಅದ ಈಗ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೇನಿ. ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿನ ನೀವು ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅಪ್ಲೈಡ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿಗೆ. ಅಪ್ಲೈಡ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು? ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಮಿಟ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಗೆ ನಾವು ಅಪ್ಲೈಡ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಆ ರೇಡಿಯೋದೊಳಗೆ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಗುವಂತ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿಗೆ ನಾವು ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಎರಡು ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಮತ್ತ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಹೇಳ್ರಿ?
Pendulum.
ಹೌದು, ರೈಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಒನ್ ವೇ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರೈಟ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ?
Swimming.
ಅಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾವ್ದು? ಸ್ವಿಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್.
Bridge.
Swing, sir.
ಸ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ನಂಗೆ ಸ್ವಿಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದಂಗ ಆತ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅದ. ಓಕೆ, ಫೈನ್, ರೈಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಫಾರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಟೈಮ್. I shall stop here itself. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Still I have time for 10 minutes. ಹೇಳ್ರಿ.